In this video, I'd like to explain some key characteristics of a cohort study. But before we do that, we have to ask ourselves, what exactly is a cohort? A cohort is a group of individuals that belong together because they share a certain characteristics. For example, a class within a school can be regarded as a cohort. Now, in a cohort study, such a cohort is followed over time to assess whether or not the individuals within the cohort develop the outcome. And the outcome can be anything. It can be a certain blood pressure, or the occurrence of a disease, or maybe the occurrence of a cure from disease. Following a single cohort will give a measure of incidence. Often we like to compare groups within a cohort, so we define a subgroup of people who share a characteristics, or actually you can say that we compare one cohort with another cohort. And again, the individuals in the cohort are followed up over time to assess whether or not the outcome occurs. Our interest then lies whether or not the occurrence differs between the two groups within the cohort or between the two cohorts. The outcome can be assessed a single time at the end of follow-up time, but more often it is assessed multiple times during the follow-up period. This has all kinds of statistical advantages. There are two main characteristics of a cohort study. The first one is that there is a time element. Individuals within a cohort are followed up over time to assess whether or not an outcome has occurred. The second one is that groups within a cohort or different cohorts are selected on exposure. This means that one group might have the exposure on the interest, for example, smoking, while the other group or the other cohort is not exposed to smoking. The presence of follow-up time and selection of groups on exposure are the main characteristics of a cohort study.